So I'm Emily Austin, a Textile Conservator here at the Museum of London, and today I've been working on the feather conservation treatment of the Pavlova tutu. It's actually not looking too bad at the minute, if I say so myself, because most of the treatment's been done. We've got this central section of the feathers which are made up of small, about 4.5 centimetre feathers. We've got larger ones on the shoulder here, and then we've got the largest feathers on the sides here. They're quite vulnerable because of the way that they stick out when the dress is mounted, and you can see quite a lot of the feathers is missing at the ends here. But what I have done, I'll tell you the different stages. So to realign the feathers, they respond really well to moisture. So I've been using an ultrasonic humidifier, which is this thing, which looks very fancy. It's basically it produces cold steam, and by using that on the feathers, it just allows them to realign themselves in a very gentle way. The only thing to note about this is that the sequins on the skirt are gelatin and they will dissolve in water. So while I've been carrying out the treatment, I've had to separate the feathers just using polythene and tissue between the layers to make sure that the gelatin sequins aren't damaged at all. While using the cold steam, I've then realigned the feathers as they were all sort of mashed on top of each other and misaligned, and just carefully putting them back into place. So that was the first step. With the larger feathers, I've had to be a little bit more treating them individually and using damp, just very slightly damp muslin cloth, and then placing that around the feather just for a short amount of time to add a little bit of moisture, and then that has allowed me to realign the barbs of the feather, which are the individual pieces there. So the feathers that are on the very outer part of the dress are the most vulnerable, and lots of them are broken in several places. This piece has actually been conserved now, so hopefully it's looking much better than it was. But you can still see the line of where the breakages were. While this goes on display, it's really vulnerable for those pieces to just fall off. So I carried out quite a delicate conservation treatment, which involves cutting very, very fine slithers of this material, which is Japanese tissue. It's a special kind of paper that's got quite nice long fibres in and makes it stronger. So by cutting small pieces of this, I've then got a little support for each of the individual barbs on the feather. And then I'm using a conservation grade adhesive to just support the breakages of the small pieces of the feather, which you might be able to see if you zoom in.